and I have Parkinson's. Today we're going to do Make It Monday, and it's going to be pineapple upside down cake. I haven't made this in a lot of years, but it's so good you can't go wrong. Well, I hope you can't go wrong. All right, I'm going to get right into it. I preheated the oven to 350. I've already had my first almost disaster because I was measuring out my milk, and I thought I read 3 cups of milk, which doesn't make any sense, but that's what I thought I read. And I almost poured 3 cups of milk, so that I'd put that in there. It was 2/3 of a cup of milk. So, good thing I double checked. All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I melted 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to put it in my pan. Now, this would look so pretty in a glass pan. I don't happen to have a glass pan. So I have an old one of these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it in this, and then I'm going to, oops, what's this here? Old raisin. I'm going to make it in here, and then I'm going to, of course, put it upside down. So I have to put in here my 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm just going to set this here for a second while I move things around because I've got things kind of jumbled right where I need them. All right, or where I don't need them, I mean. Okay. I said it takes longer to actually get these things all put out than it does to make the cake. All right, so I put in the melted butter, and then I'm going to put the pineapple slices over it. So let me just make sure I scooped out all the butter here. Okay. And then I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And I drained a 20-ounce can of pineapple rings. And I also am thawing out, you don't have to have them thawed, but I'm thawing out some cherries. People traditionally use little maraschino cherries, but I had frozen cherries like this, and I thought they would be much better. So, now, that's not very much butter to go into the bottom of this pan, but you don't need it too much because you just want it to be a little bit with the pineapple. Okay. So, I'm going to just spread that as best I can. Let's see. One thing about it, I'm not a great cook, but I try. So, I have to just, my family makes do. All right, there. I'll show you what I've done. So it's spread out just like that. Now how many rings do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Okay, let's put them just out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've got 8. Okay, 5, 6. And I'll put these 2 in the middle. 7 and 8. You know what? There's a little tiny bit of juice there. I'm just going to put that in there. Just to give it a little extra juice. All right, now I'm going to take my cherries. I'm going to put 1 in the middle of each of these. Now you see, it seems funny to be putting this on the bottom, but we're going to be turning it upside down. So this, of course, will be the top. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and I got 2, 4, 6, 8. I got 8 extra, so I'm just going to sprinkle those 8 extra. Just 4, 5, 6, 7, and that one will just come right there. 8. All right. Now let me show you what we got. See, it's all nicely decorated like that. Now let's get over here. We have cake flour in here. I mixed up the cake flour from before. It's cornstarch and flour. I can't remember what the amounts are because I made up a whole bunch of it and kept it. So it's cake flour. You can look it up on Google if you want to know how to make it yourself. I just buy a bag usually, but I made this one up. Okay, so Melt the butter in the pan, add brown sugar, arrange the pineapple, decorate with cherries. In this bowl, cream shortening. Okay, so I have shortening here. I just have margarine, quarter cup. So I'm going to put quarter cup of margarine. All right. And I'm going to cream it with vanilla and sugar. Okay, so here's the sugar. And how much vanilla am I going to use? Teaspoon of vanilla. I don't measure my vanilla usually, so I'm just going to go glub. I always put more vanilla than it calls for because I like vanilla. So, one egg. I'm not going to add the egg until after I've started to cream this. I'm going to cream this for a second and then I'll add the egg. Okay, I just wanted to get that sort of started to get incorporated. The last time I went beating for so long, your ears were probably knocked off. All right, so now one egg. Add an egg. Okay. Dry and milk together. Okay, I'm supposed to have baking powder. Oh, here. Okay, I have a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, which I'm going to put into the flour. I have baking powder. I need 2.5 teaspoons, which is just shy of a tablespoon, but I'm going to put it into the flour as well. Just opened a new baking powder too, so 1, 2.5. All right. Now we're going to beat this up. We're going to alternate the milk and the dry, and then we'll be good to go. Looking nice. No, it doesn't say what size of pan. I assumed it was a 9 by 13. I hope I'm right, because if I'm not, I'm going to be in the same situation as I was with the banana bread. But okay, well, half of that. I'm going to get the milk ready to go. I want this to poof everywhere. Scrape down the sides of that. Well, today's been a very quiet day. We haven't done much. Bill's got a bad cold, so he didn't want to do very much, so that was a good day for me. Claudine came over for a little while, and we had a nice visit. All right. Now, one last zhuzh of this and an addition of milk, and then we're done. Now we'll just stir this down and get our milk in. I've got to learn how to slow down because I'm getting myself too tired, and I keep telling myself I'm slowing down, but I'm not, and I have to try to do it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know why I'm like that. Oh dear, that is much too thick. That is much too thick. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more milk. No, I'm going to put a little bit of pineapple juice. It doesn't turn out, you know why? Because, I just keep adding things. I have no idea what I just added there. About a quarter of a cup to a third of a cup. Okay. All right. Now let's see how that does. Let's get it off the beaters first. Maybe the next thing I'll break my pan mixer if I'm not careful. Terribly frustrating for somebody who used to do things so easily. It's very frustrating when you can't even mix your stuff up. Okay. Good heavens. What have I done? What have I done? You know what? I'm going to start calling this the gong show. Okay, I think that's probably good enough, but it's like a gong show when that's me. And this is also one of those recipes that if you don't do it right, there's probably no salvaging it. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. If I can get it out. Oh my God, I'm making such a mess. Now, people out there, rather than saying, look at that dumb woman doing that, say, look at that woman trying. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm trying. And I hope that people aren't trying to learn something for cooking from me, because it won't happen. But if they're trying to learn about perseverance, I have that. So, I also have a very small amount of cake batter. I probably should have done an 8x8. Well, live and learn. Dory, you're probably laughing because I'm doing a small amount of batter in my pineapple cake too. You're probably laughing at me. Laughing with me, maybe. Okay. Goodness me. It's actually spreading not too bad. I was smart, I'd make more batter, but I've never professed to be smart. You know what I'm going to do? This is not enough batter. We're going to salvage this. I won't be writing the recipe for this down. because nobody can recreate it. Hang on a second. Salvaging on the way. Okay. Cake mix to the rescue. Okay. What do I need for this? I need 1 cup of water or milk, a half a cup of oil, and 3 eggs. I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to go get those ingredients. And hence the story for another day. All right, I have in here a cake mix, 3 eggs, a cup of milk, and a half a cup of oil. I also can't stand working in a dirty kitchen, so I cleaned up my table mess. All right. By the way, it's a butter pecan cake mix. I didn't have a white or a yellow, so. So we've got a butter pecan pineapple upside down cake. And we've got more cake than 2 people can ever eat. So it'll be going to the kids. All right. Now, let's just scrape this down. So the other one was so thick and this one is very thin, so hopefully they mix together, okay? All right. All right, now, let's pour this one on top. So there. Oh dear, now, this is the reason that I make such a mess, is because I can't do these things very well. All right. Dumping the cake mix out of the bowl is one of those things that's very hard. Everything's very hard, but it's exceptionally hard. All right. All right, okay. Now, I don't know where the flaw in my cake making was there. Was it the recipe? Was it me? Was it the size of my pan? Could be any one of the above. This is going into the oven. It says for 35 minutes. It might take longer now that it's a little bit bigger. So we're going to put it at 350 for 35 minutes and check it. And we'll be back. Hopefully we'll be back. Oops, it's not off. Okay, I'm back. This has been a disaster from the word go. So, I've now cooked it. It looks ridiculous. I'm sure hoping it tastes better than it looks. I'm not putting the recipe in there. I'm not putting the recipe for this in the description box because it's not a recipe at all. It's just a conglomeration now. Cool, it makes everything better. And I've had my brace off for a little while and my neck is hurting. So it's time for me to get back to wearing it. This part here? You want this part here?
This part.
You want a nice piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't bring a spatula.
That's okay, I got a fork here. I say I got a fork, I can do it. I can't do anything these days. Everything I try to do, I'm making a big mess. Okay, now second, I've got parchment paper in here. I don't want to make you eat that. Oh, I don't know where it is. Okay. I think it came out. Yeah, there's some more parchment there. Where's the parchment paper?
It's on the bottom.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Okay, I'm gonna go over here where it's like this. This is a huge piece, I tell ya. When I weigh on the first, it'll probably be reflective of eating like this. Okay. Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me. Everything I've done today has been like that. Does it taste good?
Cool Whip does.
The Cool Whip tastes good, he says. Oh my gosh. Well, buddy, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I'm giving up.
Don't give up.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
Mm.
Can you all see what a mess I've made? I am surprised my daughter will even consider living with us. But she knows that I will clean up after I've made the big mess. So, but otherwise, she probably wouldn't want to do that either. All right, let me just have a bite. What do you think?
Good.
Good. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure about butter pecan and pineapple together, but I didn't have. I had a choice of lemon, butter pecan, chocolate cherry. No, not chocolate. Cherry chip or devil's food. So I figured butter pecan was the best of those choices. So I haven't had dinner, so therefore don't want to eat all this because I didn't eat any dinner. It's 7:45 at night. So I was going to have a salad for dinner. I don't know if I am. But I don't want to eat all of this without it. So I'm going to say have a good night. I'm not sure what my plans are for tomorrow. I know I have a doctor's phone call. And Claudine's coming over to help me do something with my photos. We found out that I can store photos somewhere. I don't know where, Amazon pictures or something. So I've got them there. I don't know what to do, how to arrange them, so she's going to help me with that. And other than that, I've just got a few things that I've got on my list to do and nothing too exciting. So I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.